Good morning, students. I wish what we did till yesterday is clear to you. Children, we were doing about the nutrition in human beings. As I told you earlier, also, there are 5 steps of nutrition: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. We did about ingestion, we were on the digestion. Digestion means breakdown of complex food substances into the simpler food substances. And yesterday we discussed what happens to the food in the mouth, then how the food travels to the esophagus, how in the esophagus by peristaltic movements it moves into the stomach, then in the stomach there are gastric juice which is being secreted by the gastric glands, and there is HCl, pepsin and mucus. We are clear about the functions of HCl, pepsin and mucus. And then from the stomach we did that food enters into the small intestine. In the small intestine, I told you that it is the longest part of the alimentary canal, but still it is called as small because it is very narrow. Moreover, small intestine is longer in case of herbivores because they eat grass, and grass contains cellulose, which is a complex substance, complex biomolecule, which is difficult to be digested, so they take a longer time to be digested. And moreover, I told you that small intestine is the site of complete digestion of food. The digestion process, which began in mouth in the buccal cavity, continued till small intestine. The small intestine receives 3 types of secretions. One is bile juice. Bile juice is made in the liver, but it gets stored in the gallbladder. Bile is actually a yellowish, greenish yellow colored liquid which contains bile salts that helps in the digestion of fats. Till now you have studied that the digestion of carbohydrate begins in the mouth, digestion of proteins begins in the stomach, but digestion of lipids begins only in the small intestine and gets completed there only. Now let us discuss what are the functions of the bile juice. Liver secretes the bile juice and it gets stored in the gallbladder. Liver performs 2 main functions. One is, if you remember, the nature of the food in the stomach is acidic. The medium is acidic due to presence of HCl. The food which is coming into the small intestine from the stomach is acidic food, and it is made alkaline by the bile juice only. Moreover, when the medium of the small intestine is alkaline, it helps the pancreatic enzymes to act upon the food, because pancreatic enzyme like trypsin become activated only in an alkaline medium. Then another function of bile salts is to carry out emulsification of fats. What does it mean by emulsification of fats? Large fat molecules, which we call as lipids also, they get broken down into smaller fat molecules or fat globules. These are the large fat globules. In the presence of bile salts, they break down into small fat globules. These are also known as emulsified fats. So changing of large or breakdown of large fat molecules into smaller fat molecules by the bile salts is called emulsification of fats. Then another type of secretion which is present in the small intestine is the pancreatic juice. This pancreatic juice is secreted by the pancreas and then poured into the small intestine. This pancreatic juice also contains many enzymes like pancreatic amylases. But amylases is a class of enzymes that digest the carbohydrates or the starch only. Then it also contains trypsin, which acts upon proteins. It also contains lipases. Lipases, as the name indicate, act upon the lipids or the fats. So what is the function of pancreatic amylase in the pancreatic juice in the small intestine? It further breaks down the starch. The digestion of starch, which began in the mouth, continued in the stomach, and it further gets broken down into simpler substances in the small intestine. Then trypsin. The digestion of protein began due to the action of pepsin in the stomach. But at that time, proteins get broken down into smaller protein molecules, but they are not completely broken down. So, trypsin in the small intestine breaks down the proteins into peptides. Peptides are the still smaller protein molecules. Same way lipases, they break the emulsified fats. जो emulsified fats bile juice के action से बने थे, the same emulsified fats are broken down into still smaller fat molecules by lipases which are present in the pancreatic juice. So, in the small intestine, bile juice is also acting on the food substances, pancreatic juice is also acting on the food substances, and our starch has broken down into small molecules like sucrose, maltose, isomaltose. जो proteins हैं, they are broken down into peptides. Proteins are actually the large, complex, long chains intermingled with each other, which get broken down into smaller chains, and these smaller chains are called as peptides. And emulsified fats break down into still smaller fats. Now comes the action of intestinal juice. The intestinal juice in the small intestine is secreted by the intestinal glands only. This intestinal juice contains many enzymes. It contains intestinal lipases. These lipases act upon the emulsified fats, proteases or peptidases acting on the peptides, maltases acting on the simple sugars, and same way. So finally, by the action of intestinal juice, all the carbohydrate get broken down into simplest glucose. All the proteins, they get broken down into amino acids जिनको मिलाकर प्रोटीन बनते हैं, and all the fats, they get broken down into fatty acids and glycerol. ये जो complex substances थे, these were not able to be digested as such, so their breaking into simplest substances was necessary, which occurs in the small intestine. So the digestion step of nutrition is completed in small intestine. Then come to the next step, that is the absorption. Now the food is present in the simple form, but from the small intestine it has to reach all parts of the body. So firstly, it is, since human beings are multicellular organisms, so the blood is there to carry that absorbed food. So from the small intestine, firstly, digested food is to be carried into the blood. So absorption takes place in the small intestine only. How? The walls of the small intestine contains minute finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are called as villi. These villi are richly supplied with blood vessels so that the food which is digested in the small intestine, it gets moved or passes into the blood. This is called as absorption. Moreover, these villi increase the surface area for the absorption of food. Now all the digested food, all the glucose, all the amino acids, all the fatty acids and glycerol have been mixed in the blood. The blood carries this digested food or simple food substances to all parts of the body. The parts of the body utilize that food for obtaining energy. Glucose gets oxidized to release energy by the process of respiration only, and as well as for the growth and repair of the body. What does it mean? Amino acids, They again join with each other to form new proteins, and these new proteins result in the growth of the body of the human being. Now here the question comes, the food, digested food or the absorbed food that is not utilized by the body at a particular time, it gets stored in the liver in the form of glycogen and can be utilized from the liver in the form, and it again gets converted into glucose whenever required. Now comes the last step of nutrition, that is the egestion. Now most of the food in the small intestine, it gets digested, but whatever food we eat, a part of it remains undigested. That undigested food from the small intestine passes into the large intestine. Large intestine has three parts: cecum, colon and rectum. In the colon part of the large intestine, the water which is present in the undigested food, it is absorbed by the walls of large intestine and the food becomes solid. That undigested solid food gets stored in the rectum of the large intestine, and from there it is removed out of the body through anus in the form of feces. At the anus, there are special type of muscles present which are called as sphincter muscles, which contract and expand for the movement of feces out of the body. This is all about nutrition in human beings. Thank you.